Welcome back to the Pat Mary's B-Sides. I'm Owen.
I am Matt.
And today we're going to kind of revisit a video, our 8th video, which was you reacting to brain rot.
I hate brain rot.
That video took place about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
I understand every generation has it, but no generation, I mean, as far as I know, no generation changes dumb words faster than this kind of generation.
Well, I want to do a little devil's advocate. I want to say I think it's gotten a little bit better since 2 years ago. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to...
because you know it more?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe because I use it more. I don't know. For context, I'm a teacher. You are a college pastor, also a parent of 3. I'm a parent of none.
Yeah.
But I teach middle schoolers, and I hear these things all the time.
And I'll be honest, like, my kids use some, but not like a lot.
Not all of them. Yeah, right.
Not a lot.
It depends on the kid, really. It depends on how online they are.
Like,
because your kids aren't really online.
They don't do social media.
Exactly.
They don't do that kind of stuff. But I listen to some kids of that age talk, and I have literally no clue what they're talking about. Yeah. And I want to ask their parents, is there something wrong with your child?
Yeah, probably. They're probably just chronically online.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, what we're going to do today in this video is we're going to revisit the same words that we went through in the old one and see if it's still relevant today. And then we're going to talk about the new ones, which I'm sure you know.
Am I trying to guess the meaning of these still?
Yeah, sure, you can.
That's the fun.
So I've broken it up into 3 sections. Still use, don't use, and new ones. Okay? Pretty simple.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the ones that they still use.
Totes, let's go.
Okay, it's not that. That was what, 2009?
So boss.
So, okay. All right, bet. That one was the first one on that last list, and I think that one's going to be around for a lot.
It's still around. Doesn't bet mean like for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of like an agreement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and I use that. I know. Have you used that before?
No.
Oh, never. Okay. Well,
no.
I still hear it all
but
the
it
time.
also can be like a. It's not like a challenge, right? Oh, you want to do this?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it can be.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's usually the setting I use it in. So that one is still used. Unfortunately, 8 is still used. Do you remember that one? Oh, you ate that?
Oh
man.
Yes, I do remember that.
I think the example I used in that video was you ate that sermon.
Yeah,
Which is
I do remember that, and yes.
But I still hear middle schoolers say that. It's not as frequent, but I still hear it.
I don't hear that. I have one that I think replaced it, but I'll hold off.
Okay. And then lastly, the last one from that video that I think they still use predominantly is cooked. You remember cooked?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Replaced.
We got that one wrong in the video.
Did we?
We said it meant like, oh, you got roasted.
Yeah, but it's like, let them cook.
Yeah.
I said
well, wait a second. Hold on. That's different too.
Come on.
Because if you're cooked, like, oh, you're in trouble.
Well, I know, like, yeah, if you're cooked.
But
like,
let them cook means let them, like...
Yeah, let them keep doing what they're doing.
Right, yeah. So there is a little bit of difference there.
Yeah, let them cook.
I've heard both of those, and I think those are still...
Yeah, I
still
understand
around.
both of them. That's...
Now, sometimes I will say, like, oh, man, I'm cooked. And I've heard that all the time. So those 3 are the ones from that past video, which, by the way, go watch that video. It's on our main channel. It's really funny, I think.
That's a whole different size of me.
Yeah, and me a little bit.
Yeah.
That editing, I went back and watched it. It's not my best. We've come a long way in 2 years. But so get past the loud music at the beginning and watch it. Now here are the words I don't think they really use much that were in that past video.
Okay.
Bougie. Do you remember that one? That one we talked about?
Yeah, I still use bougie.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't think the kids use it that much anymore.
No.
It's not very...
But bougie is actually a really good... And that's been around for a long time. I remember bougie back in like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, right. And it came back a little bit like 10 years ago, and then it came back again. I think it goes through like every 10 years.
Definitely people my age still use bougie.
Yeah, right. Well, the kids aren't really using it that much.
I don't care.
If I were to... I'm not saying
kids
you...
are dumb.
If I were to say bougie in my class, I would probably get...
Cooked.
Yeah, exactly. This one I'm not really sure about. I put salty in the don't use list, but I'm sure they do. It's just not as...
Again, a word I still use with my kids, like, don't be salty.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but it's not as like brain rot as it used to be.
But I remember salty back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, because my dad said salty all the time, and he's definitely not from the 90s.
I think salty is less of a slang term now and more of a like...
common vernacular.
Right, exactly.
I like that word.
Yeah, that's good. I'd like to hear some kids say that in middle school, but this one has definitely died down a lot.
Okay.
We have the 3 variations of Riz. Riz, W-Riz, and Rizzler.
I use Riz only to make my kids mad.
Yeah, right. Just to
Yes.
cringe, to make them cringe, and that's because it's not really as used as it was 2 years
and
ago.
I use it with everything, like Riz-tastic.
Oh man,
You know?
yeah.
You know, if you're going to a good concert or Rizzapalooza.
Yeah, the other day as of filming this video, it was Valentine's Day, and I remember saying to the kid, like, "Oh, did you Riz her up or whatever?" And he was like, "Ew, what?"
Ew, Grandpa.
Yeah, that's how I felt. And I'm 22. Like, I'm not that old, but it made me feel old. What?
Did you just sing to Taylor Swift?
It's my Taylor Swift.
You're feeling 22?
Yeah. But Riz has kind of died off, not completely, but it has a little bit.
Good.
W and L Riz I haven't heard since 2 years ago, and then Rizzler had, like, when that video happened, people were calling people Rizzlers, but that by one kid completely changed that word because one kid became known as the Rizzler.
Yeah.
And I think he's not really around as much anymore. There was a definite specific time of brain rot that I'm glad we're past, and that's what I kind of noticed with this trend is we are definitely past the worst of the worst. Like Ohio, not completely.
I never actually heard any teenager say Ohio.
Really? No. I had, but it was more of an online one than it was an in-person one. Ohio, I'm glad is kind of gone.
Ohio makes sense because never mind.
But since that video, and I want to say this really quick, since that video, we have been to Ohio.
Yeah.
We did a whole vlog on it.
Yeah.
And it was a great trip, I thought.
It was a great trip.
It was fun. And because of that video, we went to go see Cincinnati Zoo.
We did.
And we couldn't make it past the pearly gates.
Oh, Harambe.
Oh, Harambe. Mewing. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, it's the stupid...
Yeah, it's a face one.
Yeah.
So that one's been changed. It's not mewing anymore, but it's kind of flipped a little bit.
I never heard anyone use it. I just saw people do it.
Right, and that was kind of the context of it. So nobody really mews anymore, but there is an alternative now that they have, and we'll get to that in a minute. Chuggy, I haven't really heard that one in a long time. Skibbity toilet, I only hear this now in Walmart. I only see it in the Walmart toy.
Seems fitting.
Yeah. I want to go look at the Legos, and then I see the Skibbity toilets in the Walmart. It's still cursed to this day. It never was funny, and I think people are finally starting to admit that it was just...
Dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Just dumb.
Even my kids, when it was popular, like, this is dumb.
Yeah, it was. And
it was only used to make fun of itself.
Right. I think that was the point, but I'm glad that it's kind of out of the discussion a little bit. Controller disconnected. That one was funny, but that one is kind of gone now.
Yeah, I'd never heard that either.
Yeah, that one I had heard in class, unfortunately. Sigma. I don't hear that one much anymore.
No.
It was a big one.
Yeah.
I don't really hear that one anymore. It might still be around, but And then to wrap up kind of that segment, I think the word brain rot has kind of also devolved in a way. Like what we have now, not completely, but I feel like the word brain rot in and of itself was kind of a brain rot word.
Did it not become like an official, like Webster's dictionary or Oxford dictionary? They added the word brain rot.
Yeah. And I want to say we've gotten better, but then I look at the first word and
Don't you dare say 6-7.
Well, I didn't have to because you took the words right out of my mouth.
Which is funny because it's not even a thing anymore. Like, you will get...
I don't know. Well...
Is it making a comeback?
No, I don't think it's made a comeback. But I want to say, like, as a teacher, you still cannot say those numbers together without the kids, like... It's like ADHD. Like, it just comes out of them. It's just...
Well, it's either they do it or they go, ugh.
Yeah, right. It depends on how you say it.
Yeah.
Like, if you say it in a way that's, like, completely accidental... They will say, but if you say it intentionally to bug them, they will get...
Like if you're an older pastor at a church and you throw that in a sermon randomly, like you probably shouldn't do that.
Shout out First Baptist Morgantown.
And young people, chapters 6 and 7. Oh, that was awful, wasn't it? Anyways.
But it definitely has died down, but I will say... It is still very much prevalent in school, and it is still very much annoying.
I see it because on Wednesday nights at church I work with little kids, and I hear little kids use it much more than teens.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't want to be a hater of this because
Why?
Well, because we had
Come join us.
hold on. Because we had 21.
What's 9 plus 10?
21?
Like we've done dumb things with numbers before.
Did you say 9 plus 10, 21?
Yeah. That was like a I think it was a Vine growing up for me. And so yeah, that was a pretty like what's 9 plus 10? 21. How old are you again? You're 43?
44.
44, yeah.
Apparently, I'm beyond this.
So 6, 7, that's oh man, I hate even uttering those two numbers together. But that's a new one since our last video.
Okay.
Next I have chat. Okay?
Yeah, it's
You've
like
heard that.
a group of people.
What?
Like what's up chat, or that's how I've heard it.
Yeah, right, kind of.
Like it's someone that you're referring to. That's how I've heard it.
Referring, but it doesn't even have to be like an actual audience there. You're just saying, oh, chat, we're good. So it originates from like streaming, right?
You're
And
making. They've made a something out of nothing.
Yeah, kind of. You're aware of streaming, right?
Yes, I know what
Like
streaming is.
Streaming, not in like the
Yeah, like the
streaming
chat.
movie.
You're like the people that are
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
But if there's no one there, you're not talking to anyone, so you can't.
You're just saying.
You're talking to the chat box itself.
I guess so.
That's how lonely you are. in
Well,
life?
I've heard kids say like, "Oh man, chat, we're good." In real life, I've heard that.
Who are they talking to?
Just, I guess the class or thin air.
They made a great movie about this called A Beautiful Mind, where a guy thinks he's seeing people and he's talking to them. This is a generation of A Beautiful Mind. It's not beautiful, they're crazy.
Yeah. I want to say really quick, I think a lot of streaming culture has kind of ruined culture
Yeah,
in
thanks
a
to
way.
Twitch.
Yeah. And I like aspects of it as far as like the when people are interesting.
Yeah.
But when people are just twitching and streaming their just like lives, I don't understand.
Watch me sleep.
Well, kids, I ask kids what they watch nowadays. It's either like some streaming or TikTok or YouTube or something of that nature.
They watch people do things.
Yeah, Disney Channel's dead. I mean, nobody's watching that anymore. Like Nickelodeon. I mean, people are watching SpongeBob
The
now.
documentary kind of killed Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're a Dan Schneider fan, that's not my fault. Stop watching Nickelodeon.
Yeah. But like what I knew, what you knew as television is dead.
Nickelodeon
What
was
I knew is-
peak when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, and then like, of course, like there was an era of sitcoms and like laugh tracks and things like that. But it is interesting how we had an era there, and then we have like a Netflix era now.
Yeah.
And it's wrapped around this bubble of where kids are just watching what's on social media, and I don't particularly care for that.
Here's how I know TV's changed, and not to get off track here.
Yeah.
What my kids call commercials?
Ads.
Ads.
Yeah,
If there's a commercial on TV,
It's
they're
an
like,
ad.
why are there ads? Everything's an ad.
man, commercials used to mean something. Not really, but like when
They used to be like there was
bathroom breaks. That's what they were for
Yes.
me. When we're watching TV and commercials comes on, it's like we couldn't fast forward. And
Yeah.
this makes me sound old, but I'm really not that old. But like I really did kind of come off the cuff of it. Like I remember a time where we could not fast forward because it was unless it was recorded, but we couldn't fast forward. And so we would use that time to go use the bathroom or get some water or get your food or whatever and come back.
Yeah.
Like commercials used to serve a purpose.
Yeah.
And they also used to be some semi-entertaining. Like there was some thought behind it.
Yeah.
And now it's just
like even the Super Bowl
the
commercials.
Super Bowl commercials
They're
this
all
year
they're all just sappy.
were terrible.
Like were there any funny ones? I didn't see any funny ones.
I mean, maybe I don't know. Well, whatever. The Bud Light one was kind of funny. I mean, it's just because
What's Bud Light? So anyways,
no, but like it was so boring and consumerism and all that stuff this year. Like we had Puppy Monkey Baby at one point.
Puppy monkey baby.
I loved that one. I know a lot of people.
we
did.
should do we're gonna do a B-side of the best commercials we know of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
man. Yes, man. Band-Aid brand, they used to have some bangers. But anyway, now this one is one of my personal favorites. And it's got a combo of 3. So have you heard of Chopped?
Yes. Oh, chop, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you think Chopped means?
Chopped means okay. Let me get my context. Let me think about how to use it.
Should I? I was gonna give an example.
Go
but
ahead,
that would be
go
mean.
ahead.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Okay, let's just say students have said I'm chopped.
I got nothing.
Oh, really?
No.
I think it means like ugly.
Oh.
Yeah, like you are like not attractive, like you're chopped.
Oh.
But you've heard it, right?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yes, like that's chopped. Like that's just not good. That's ugly. In addition to that, clapped. That's about the same thing. And then my third and personal favorite with this one, and you can use context clues to figure this out. Choppelganger.
Choppelganger?
Yeah.
Like the uglier version of you?
I honestly
That's funny.
I think that might
Okay.
be the best thing to come from this.
I will be using that.
Choppelganger.
My kids are going to be furious.
It's terrible. It's funny, and it's like, oh man, maybe I'll do have some guts in you. Because to call someone your choppelganger,
Choppelganger.
it's just class. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
That's great. Okay.
This was one I feel like you definitely heard before. I think actually you've said it before, and I'll have to find the video.
Okay.
But you got that dog in you,
Yeah.
and what that means is,
You got a good fight in you. Like
Yeah.
you're strong. You're a tough guy.
so you got that dog in you. You've got that like beast in you.
Yeah.
I don't hear that one as much anymore, but
No, that's more of I hear that like Gen Zers, not Gen Alphas.
Yeah, probably wouldn't mind, but I don't even say it that much. So anyway, this one is, I mentioned earlier, there was kind of a substitution of mewing, and nowadays it's referred to as mogging or looks maxing.
What?
So, and this came popular from a guy, I don't remember his name, but
Mogging?
yeah.
I'm trying to.
I might need to. Do you have your laptop?
I do.
Let's go to our trusted source, Urban Dictionary.
Someone's got to go to work tomorrow.
Okay, so mogging, when you get a nasty pump and make another person look little compared to you.
I don't even know what that means.
So a Chad, mogging is the practice of dominating other men by being more attractive and using this to show off in an attempt to pick up girls. And there's a specific guy somewhere, I forget his name, but he will like beat his face to make his face have like a perfect complexion. Wait, we might need that back. Actually, no, don't, because the other one is looks maxing, and I don't even want to attempt to figure out what that means. But I using context clues, trying to make yourself more attractive, and that's kind of like this new mew, and I think it's disgusting.
So if you're mogging, does that make you a mogger?
Yeah, I think so.
You're the moggiest?
Yeah. Are you mogging on people? Like, what does it mean to mog?
Did you trying to mog that girl?
It just sounds
Mogging on that dude?
Yeah,
It just sounds gross.
That
That's
sounds
stupid.
weird.
Gosh.
Right? But that, I mean, like, I don't know of anybody that does that in real life. Don't do it. But yeah, these people will try and like
Quit mogging around.
quit mogging on people. We're gonna.
Wait, if you took a picture while you're doing, would that be a mog shot?
Oh my gosh. I guess so. Yeah. I mean, and I think like that face, like this, like Chad face,
Start that trend on social medias.
mog shots.
Put up your mog shot.
Oh no, let's not. Please, let's not start this trend. All right, next, clocked that T
Stupid.
or clocked. You clocked
I
that.
hate it. If
It
you
comes
do
with a
the
hand symbol.
Don't. I despise it. I know you're doing it right now. I'm not even gonna look. I hear it.
So you don't like when you've clocked
It's
something?
the dumbest thing. Because
Man.
I heard someone describing like a great classic rock band, and they're like, "Oh, this band," and they did that symbol, and I was like, "You just poo-pooed all over American rock and roll history." Like, down with you.
Yeah. So I remember the first time I heard that, I had just gotten onto a student, like they were talking, and I of course, use my mean yelling voice that I do have stored away.
Children.
I yelled at this kid or whatever. I was like, "Why are you frustrated? Why are you talking or whatever?" And I remember like a girl in the back going, "Oh, you clocked them?" And I was like, "I what?"
Don't try to mog me.
Oh man, we just like half the people just clicked off the video. No,
Welcome to life. I'm like,
but yeah, I heard that for the first time, and my brain immediately just blew up, like vomited, like everywhere. I don't like that one. I don't understand it. I don't even know where it came from, to be honest.
I think doing that with your fingers,
Yeah, this.
that is so pretentious.
It kind of feels like
It's so...
it feels like you're a jester for like a king, and they're going, "Ooh, good." Like
It
do
reminds
that
me
again.
of the entire feel of the movie Mean Girls. And I hate that movie.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
It's that movie wrapped up in one single.
one hand.
It really is.
Yeah, and clocked it. I just to use. I mean, clocked as in like you've clocked
Yeah.
him in the face. Even that one doesn't really make sense to me. So clocking somebody, I don't get unless it's like
clocking
you
makes
timed
sense.
like you
hit-
timed
like hit-
well.
Yeah, because you hit, like you rung their bell.
Oh, rung their bell. Okay, well I see that.
Yeah.
Ring My Bell by Anita Ward.
Ring my bell. Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Don't understand that one. Don't want to.
Okay.
This one definitely came more when I was coming out of high school. You've heard of ick?
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like that word really at all.
Gives me the ick.
It does. I mean, the word itself to me is
Sounds stupid.
It's one of those words that is like sounds like what it is. You
Yeah.
know, and I still
Like
hear
an
that
onomatopoeia?
Yeah, exactly.
Another word.
But like I was trying to, as we would have said 2 years ago, chuggy by saying some of these terms to some kids, and they said that I gave them the ick, and I responded with what? I don't have that aura. That's the other term that we have, aura.
I'm going to go read after this.
Yeah, go read your Bible. You know what aura is, right?
Yes.
So, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
It's aura.
Aura. I don't know,
Aura.
but you know, like you've got an aura to you. Like
Yeah.
if you're cool, you can feel your aura from across the room.
Yeah.
I don't hate this word as much.
What about aura farming?
No, I think it's kind of funny. Like I think I would say that, and I think I probably have. I don't mind that.
We
one
said
as
it in
much.
Nicaragua a lot.
We did, didn't
Just to
we?
make
Yeah.
fun of dumb people.
Yeah, and I think it's become so dumb in my mind that I've kind of made it funny to myself.
Yeah.
Even if it's not funny, but like having aura, it's just funny.
Like when you aura farm Riz.
Gosh, I want to make sure we're still recording before we ruin our brains. Okay, we are still.
How many more?
All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. I know this is torture, but this is one from probably your generation, I would say. Maybe catfished?
That's after my generation.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Like, and
You
now
just
more
call it
than ever.
lying.
Yeah. When you meet them in real life, realize they're chopped. I've heard catfish a lot more recently than I have in a while, but I think catfishing really started when Snapchat and Facebook maybe got really popular. All right, we're going to kind of breeze through these a little bit quick because these are more online terms. I've not really heard them in real life. But
Yeah.
based and something coded, like blank coded, like fill it in, like, oh, like Matt, oh, you're so church coded.
I've never heard that. I've heard based, but like based is I've heard that as a positive thing. Like they're based.
Yeah, it can be. I actually have no idea the context of
Yeah.
based. We'll put
Is that kind of
in.
like trad? Like you're a trad wife?
Can we look this
Well,
up?
like traditional.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like based. And then blank coded. I don't
Yeah.
really understand that one. We
Yeah.
can breeze through this. All right, these are some of. This one's my favorite, I think, from this list. Apart from Chopple Game.
Okay, yeah.
Crashed out.
Yeah, I know crashed out.
Yeah, crashed out, man. I just think it's perfect. They crash out. Oh,
I think it's just a
he's
fancy
about
way
to
of saying
crash
they're a
out.
bunch of whiners and they suck it up.
All right, lock in. Have you heard locked in?
Yeah, I've heard lock in. Like pay attention.
Yeah, focus up. Yeah.
Focus up.
Sure, like, yeah, focus in, locked in. You're locked in. You're
Okay.
focused.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
that.
And then last one, it's giving. I know you've had to have heard that.
Okay, I hate that, but I like when my kids say it because it makes them mad. Like it's giving. I'm like, it's giving what?
Oh,
It's
man.
just giving, Dad. But giving what?
Yeah.
What is it giving? It
What is it
can't
giving?
give. It doesn't have anything to give.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
make any
just
sense.
they're giving.
We're adding
What are they
verbs to
giving?
things that can't do
Yeah.
that.
It's so extra. Extra what? What do you extra? Fill in the blank because you can't just end on that. It's giving extra. Okay, but what?
Giving extra
You
what?
you have to explain it. They're just extra.
Oh, man.
What's the context of it? Because I have no idea what
is this a crash out right now?
Dude, I'm about to punch you in the face.
I know every time we do these videos, we feel dumber after it. Like, I feel drained.
I feel dumber and so like it
Go ahead, crash out for the camera. So, parents out there that are watching this video, I mean, most of these have been appropriate, but there are some that are not that we didn't cover, obviously.
And we won't.
But this is the teacher's guide to all the words that you're hearing now.
And we're not promoting it. What
No,
we're saying is
no.
stop your children from talking like this because they're
Please.
ridiculous. And this is
Please.
our future. They're going to vote one day.
I want to tell you guys something that I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. Tomorrow in my homeroom class, I'm going to be showing a video of how to be kind and how to be respectful.
That's where we are.
We
don't even know common
we're in
courtesy.
mid-February, and I'm having to show this video right now because it's bad.
You know what I've noticed with all of this?
What?
And maybe every generation's bad. There are very few.
Yeah.
There are very few teenagers and young people that can sit down and just have a regular conversation and hold conversation. I'm not saying because they use it. I don't care if they use these words. But looking someone face to face, eye to eye, and having a regular conversation who's not of their same demographic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they can talk to each other.
Yeah.
But you get someone out of their demographic, and there's like,
Yeah.
they don't know how to look someone in the eye. They don't know how to shake a hand. They don't know common courtesy. I had a friend who just went on a date, and the guy took her out and didn't open the door for her. Didn't, like, she got the check at the table and had to give it to him. Like, all of this stuff, I'm like, where is just common knowledge of how to converse?
I was literally today, I was in a conversation with a student, and I was like turned this way, talking. And another student walks up and starts talking to me. And I look over, I'm like, what are you doing? Can't you tell that I am talking to someone
cannot
else?
read a room.
And they were like, well, your ear's facing me. It's like, my eyes are focused towards somewhere else.
Or just
What?
Or just common decency of when you're talking to someone, don't be looking at your phone and having a conversation.
Yeah, I can sometimes struggle with that. But I agree that I don't like it. And depending on the circumstance, absolutely not. Sometimes I have fallen victim of it, so I'm not,
I will embrace being old by saying, learn to talk to people face to face, not eye.
No, I agree. But I also can hold a conversation.
If you're a young man, open the door. If you take it,
Give your jacket to
I
the
told
girl.
this girl, I would have opened the door for him, let him walk in, and I just walked away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even told him goodbye because you do not deserve to go on a date with a woman if you can't open the door.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We need to get to a time where the trending words are big vocabulary words, like good words.
How about just please, thank you,
Yeah,
yes sir, yes
But like,
ma'am.
why doesn't it trend like having an exquisite vocabulary is just so much more interesting, and it just makes you just stick out. Like, these words don't do anything, but just
They do something.
makes me feel dumber.
Exactly. and unfortunately, these words are not going to help you get a job. Learn to speak and just treat people with common decency.
Yes.
Okay, we're done.
So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. These are good things to know so that you can be aware of what your children are saying. And this is coming from a teacher who has to hear it every day. So, I hope you like this video. Be sure to subscribe and share this with your friends. Go check out our main channel and help us get to 2,000 on there. And, and we're a lot more lighthearted on that channel. We have a lot more fun because we're actually doing things that we like to see. So, but I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been, we might hit this another year just to see where we've come. Just endure torture one more time. But until then, we love you and peace out.
The name of this video has to be Matt Crashes Out.